Lucy commented and said that it's time for another XRP analysis, and I totally agree. Thank you, Lucy, for requesting this. Since we moved into a new month, we need to take a deeper look at this. And on the monthly, I got some things to share with you, and then we'll break it down into the smaller time frames to get a more immediate feel of what's going on with XRP. Road Dog Crypto. Welcome back to Road Dog Crypto. My name is Lane, and we're going to revisit XRP today. Now, on the monthly, we've got some really cool things going on. See this big falling wedge type pattern that we got right here, where XRP has bounced off this major trend line. So we've hit the bottom line for XRP and broke out, and we're showing some volume right here. I got some volume right here where it did the breakout, but the only thing is this new monthly candle, it is fresh in the month, but we've got to see some volume picking up here on this monthly candle, or else we could possibly go down and go sideways. But if we do continue up, our measured move for this target would bring us right in about $1.45 for this whole move. And that's pretty interesting. So I'm going to mark that as a potential future price target. But what I want to draw your attention to on the monthly chart, that low volume here, let's go back to a similar situation dating from May 2018. We had the breakout in February of 2020, right? We had more increased volume right here, but then also price made it back down into that zone and then continued trading sideways. So we've got to see some volume come into this, something more like the lines of this to give us that move up to hopefully $1.45. We've got to see some major volume start coming in, or else we are at risk of just kind of retesting this line here. So we are in a falling wedge, but we're also in kind of a downward channel. Now, this is really where the strength of the move is. So we may be looking at coming up and testing these areas around 73 cents and maybe kind of playing around with this area for a while before we even think of moving to $1.45 or any area like that. There is also the possibility of coming back and retesting this major trend line, which is at 32 cents, possibly even wicking below, because we did some wicks back here too in a bear market. It's just realizing what we could possibly face of 18 cents. So this range between 18 cents and up to about 73 cents could be where we play out. We get more information when we start narrowing down to the daily. But let's look at some really positive indicators that we got going on for the monthly that could be saying we're soon going to the 73 cent area. So when we pull up our indicators, one of the first things you'll notice is this big green dot printing on the monthly on Market Cipher. Now that's very promising. We want to make sure that that confirms and stays there. Of course, it'll take another month for that to happen. We'll need to watch price action, but I really need to see some volume come up here and push up toward this blue line right here on the moving average. Volume has been coming down along with price action, and if you guys caught the chart school video going over volume, you'll find that that means this whole trend is weakening, and now we're starting to get our turnaround. Now on the monthly, RSI is at a 45 here. Now that's a little bit bearish, but the RSI has broken out of this structure, meaning that it should be working its way up, and if we can see it go over 50, that's a very positive sign on the monthly. And if we pull up our MACD indicator right here, the histogram is moving to the upside. We got some curves going here, so it is a good possibility we got a turnaround here for XRP to head up toward the 73 cent area. And one last thing I want to bring up on Market Cipher, other than this green dot, is that our stochastics right here have reset. They touched bottom and they're going up. Very positive sign right there. If we take a closer look at our moving averages, we can see some areas right here. This 9 monthly moving average right here comes in right around 52 cents. We will most likely find some resistance there and also up here at the 21, which is right at 60 cents. If we can break those and hold that, that will allow these lines to cross, and that will be a good sign for some more upside for XRP and the overall move. I'm just going to mark those as possible areas where we could pivot and where we can also take profit if you're trying to trade. Now, if we come to the weekly, this is where we get a little bit of a different story. Now we got our stochastics here on Market Cipher. They're topped out. They need to reset. However, now in certain circumstances, they could get pinned up here for a little while. What I want to point out is where we are on our RSI. Now we are at 51%, and that puts us into some bullish territory if we can hold that and work our way up. Now you can chart the RSI and we see we got a breakout there. Now it could come down back to these levels here, do a double bottom in the RSI. That's a possibility, something we got to look at. And the reason I say that is the last time that we were here around the 50% area of RSI and our stochastics were up at the top was right over here at this top when we were testing this trend line that we've just broken out of. What happened after that is that we got our downward action. We want to avoid that, of course, but if that does happen for you traders out there, that might be an opportunity to short this. Of course, as we talked about on the monthly, that would be coming back down to the 34, 35 cent. And if it were to break that area, coming back down to 16, 17, 18 cents, that's worst case scenario at the moment. But since we are talking about the RSIs and these peaks over here, you can see where we're leveled out. It's a level thing on the RSI. And we do have the downward movement right here on our price action. So if the RSI does continue to work its way up, And even if price works its way up, there may be some bearish divergence forming. That may be the rejections that we get from these trend lines here. Looks like we got our 100-week moving average coming in at 60 cents. So that could be the area that we get a little drawback and maybe come back down to retest these lower areas. So if we look at our volume here, we did get a spike up on this breakout, but we did not close it above that trend line to confirm it. It's taken us a couple more weeks to actually get our confirmation candle, which we have right now. The price action is going upward and the volume is also going upward, so that's a strong trend. But now, since we have this candle, our breakout candle, price is still going up, but volume is coming down. And if you look at our volume cheat sheet, that shows that this trend is weakening. So right around here, maybe 52 cents or below, maybe where we start seeing a little bit of downward action. What we could hope for is that this is making some kind of bull flag, getting ready to retest this area and come back on up. That's a very real possibility to play too. We would still be looking at testing this area of support right here, right around 38 to 39 cents for that to happen. So there may still be some opportunities to build your bags in XRP and actually get some better prices over the next few days. We'll get some more information on that as we start moving down to the smaller time frames. On the larger ones, it's showing that we're showing a little bit of weakness, likely to get a pullback. The question is, how far up will it go before we pull back?
If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
And the answer to that question when we look at the daily chart could be good, because on the daily we're looking good. We got the green dot on Market Cipher indicating that our VWAP has crossed to the upside, which means that our price should also be crossing to the upside. Our RSI values are coming in at 66 at the moment. That's bullish as long as we stay under 80, because 80 will mean that we're getting kind of heated. 66 means, it means the skillet's starting to get warm and about ready to start frying some bacon on it right now. We are making a bull flag here, and there is a measured move from that could possibly take us up to this area about 70 cents. So we're getting some confluence going on here. So I've got that 70.5 cents target area marked for a measured move from this pattern. The only thing that I don't particularly like about this pattern is that it is a symmetrical triangle. I just don't like them. Those are the ones I usually kind of set out from because they will usually surprise you. Symmetrical triangles play out. It's kind of like when you're driving, you know, you got the road going before you and a little rabbit jumps out and just looks at you with his eyes wide open, right? And he freaks out and he's like, oh, run this way. And then freaks out again, runs the other way, and he just doesn't know what to do. And that's what you see play out with these symmetrical triangles, right? So symmetrical triangles, if they do break down, they become falling channels or possibly falling wedges, which then turn bullish. That's how I like to kind of play these. I kind of like to see what they're doing. Now, if they break up to the upside retest, then we can look at some more upside, but they just kind of like to just zigzag and do some crazy stuff. We just went through that with Bitcoin with this long, drawn out, boring period before it decided to start going up a little bit. Now, if we pull our Fibonacci for this impulse move, we got the 618 coming in here at just a little over 41 cents. So that's a good area to mark as a possible entry, and also 44 cents. So good areas to watch if we get a pullback. And also let me draw the support line right here, which was coming in right at the 0.72, 0.786 Fibonacci areas would also be a target for us. So for anyone waiting for a pullback to get back into XRP, these are some target areas that I have possibly put some bids in, and it'd be a good chance to accumulate for this. So it'd be 33 cents, 38.5 cents, 41 cents, and just right under 44 cents as possible areas to either reaccumulate, or if we break down, those would be some areas if you're shorting this to take some profit. Now, if you're long in this and we do break to the upside, you could put a little profit in just right under 52 cents. Another target here coming in at 59 cents. And of course, our measured move for this whole bull flag scenario would come in at 70.5 cents. Now, when I zoom into the 4 hour and see that we got our prices going up and also our volume is starting to edge up there. So it's a strong trend that it's in right now. And so what we got to watch for is if we can come up and retest this area. So we need to see a candle close above this trend line right here. And of course, this pattern should retest. More than likely, we come up to 52 cents, since that's a resistance area, and do a retest from there. It usually comes back to the breakout area, so about 49, 50 cents where it is now. And then a confirmation of a breakout going to the upside after that retest, that would be golden. That would indicate that we've got a chance to come up here to the 60-cent area. That's what we kind of want to see play out there. And when I see the green coming in on the Ichimoku, I can see that could be a strong possibility. That may be what we see playing out over these next few days with XRP. Just know that, however, if we do not get that scenario, then more than likely we're going to come down here. Price could come down to this area, and then we could start making more of a, falling wedge type pattern. See these lower prices where we can actually get in and take advantage of that for people who want to go long or accumulate around 41 cent area. So as it is for the time being, this is really what XRP seems to be trying to do, is to potentially break out here. Does have strength in the move. I do see things going in the favor of doing that. The confirmation will be for the retest here, because we do not want to see it fall back into this pattern, because that is a definite sign that we are going back down. So I will be looking at this breakout area to pay close attention to that for signs of further up moves. Guys, that's what I got for XRP. 4 hours looking good. The daily is looking good. The monthly is actually looking good, but it's not looking as strong that we're just going to get that impulse move and just start going straight up. I'm not seeing anything parabolic anymore at the moment, but that could change. It just depends on how this bull flag plays out. Until next time, my name is Lane, your crypto road dog. So happy that you joined me. If you have any requests, any comments, leave them below. Love to get your feedback. And my final thoughts are, you got this.
Hello, friends. Bobby Joe Rumblemaker right here telling you about the opportunity of a lifetime. Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dog Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there. And they're adding to it every week. So if you want to be profitable, right there you can go. And it's all for a like and a subscribe till you get all the answers you need over at the Road Dog. Happy trading, y'all.